Drake, so great to speak with you today. We need to start off talking about Nonstop Flight. Can you share about the inspiration behind the album?
Yeah, really excited to have finally released this record. I worked on it for almost 4 years, about 3.5 years. And through the time in the process of creating the record, I was writing a ton, and throughout, you know, when you spend that much time working on something, a lot of things change in your life, and you go through different things, and everything kind of made it into this album. So it really is like the most autobiographical, reflective, introspective record that I've ever put out. Songs like I Kind of Relate, and it's literally like, I don't write in a journal or a diary or anything, and this album really gives the fans an opportunity to basically open my diary and read what I'm feeling and what I've been going through and everything. So
now, I know you mentioned I Kind of Relate. That was my next question. It has some heavier themes. What was it like working on the track and also the music video for it?
The music video was, it was pretty wild because, you know, we were going through all of these different stages and things that have happened, whether good or bad or tragic or, you know, traumatizing, and we were kind of putting that all on screen. And yeah, there was definitely, in the course of making the video, of this kind of trepidation of like, you know, I'm kind of like letting people in here a lot, you know. And with the lyrics and the music and everything, yeah, I think it really is. It's one of my favorite songs I've written. It really gets to tell the story of my life. You know, it's.
Yeah. And was this process healing for you? Like, what was this experience like for you working on this project? Yeah,
I mean, it was definitely cathartic. But I mean, it was an emotional roller coaster, and going, you know, thinking, you know, should I, you know, is this too, you know, is this letting too much out? Is this saying, you know? But no, it was definitely therapeutic, you know, getting in the studio and singing these lyrics and getting these things out. It was, and it felt good. And listening to the record as a whole, because it really is in like 3 parts. It's like, you know, growing up in Hollywood and having this life and you know, having the eyes on you all the time and all of this, and just wanting to escape and just get away and just like disappear. And then the next part of the record is like, is you know, going on this journey and escape from wherever you know, live, you know, wherever your home is. You're like, I gotta get somewhere else. And then the second part of the record is kind of like, as you're doing that, you're realizing like, oh, you know, like, there's still all this junk in my life. It's not where I'm at, it's what's going on inside, and maybe some things that I have to work on. And then you do that. And then the third part of the record takes us in for a landing. And that's what's really cool, is it's like you're on an actual airplane. So the album, when you put it on, you hear the flight attendant bring you onto the flight. You hear the captain talk to you in between songs. We guide you through. When there's turbulence, the rock songs come on. When, you know, we're dimming the cabin lights and giving you your blankets and pillows, then the softer songs come on. And so it really takes, it's like a musical journey through the skies that we get to take you on. And the last part of the record, when we come in for the landing, gives you, it's a song that is like full of hope and for the future. And yeah, so it leaves you with like this kind of, you know, there's always, you know, look on the bright side. You know, there's always something on the side.
Yeah. And fans have been incredibly supportive. I read the comments on the music video, and they're showing so much love for you. They're really like they're really feeling for you in this new chapter in your life, as well as being so vulnerable. I feel like, what has it been like seeing their reactions? I mean, the fans have been incredible, and you know, I started my tour. We're on a tour right now all over, and I started my tour in Mexico, and it's really funny because going back to I Kind of Relate, I have a lyric in there that says, I kind of relate, I lost my path so long ago, but in 2008 I found love in Mexico because no one wants to hear me in the States, so I'm running away. And it's cool because when I'm in Mexico, the fans go crazy when I say, but I found love in Mexico. And then I started playing shows here right after I released a record, and we started playing that song live here in the States. The fans have signs
that when I go like, no one wants to leave me in this, and at all the shows, and they pull up signs that say, yes, we do. And so you get to have like, with that one same phrase, like a totally different reaction in two different parts of the world. It's really cool.
Yeah, yeah. And Quiet on Set is coming up on its 1-year anniversary. What does it feel like looking back on having your story shared like that?
Again, it's a roller coaster of emotions. You know, it's sometimes you feel elated and freed and the weight lifted, and then sometimes, you know, it's tough knowing, you know, it's tough, like, everyone knows my story and they like know like things about me that I've held in for so long, and but in the end, I think that it's really the greatest thing about sharing my story is when I'm out in public, and you know, I'm at the airport, for example, this morning, and you know, people are coming up not just for a photo or and they're talking to me about their stories and how they, you know, saw my story, and it helped them, and to come out and talk about their story, and that they're actually now that she was saying that she is working with her state now to put forth laws that can keep people safe, and that, you know, she's sharing the story, and she's like, you know, I watched your episode, and I started talking to my husband and telling him things that I'd never told him, and about things that happened to me when I was younger, and all of this, and then it grew into something, and now they're actually like may get bills passed in their state. So it's
amazing,
really cool.
the impact that sharing a story, like sharing your story,
that's
can
something
have.
I really didn't expect. You know, I thought the sensationalism of it and everything would take off, and who knows what. But yeah, it's been really nice to see the impact that it's had.
And were there any former co-stars or celebrities who've reached out to you that maybe surprised you, or that it was good to get in touch with?
Well, no one that surprised me. I mean, obviously all of my former co-stars, we talk all the time. It's not like, you know, oh, I haven't talked to you for so long, and, you know, so. But no, everyone was very supportive and have been wonderful.
Now, I know you've talked about your friendship with fellow actor Amanda Bynes in the past. She's got new art that she's been releasing. What's it like seeing her entering this next chapter in her life? And do you have any favorite memories with her?
Working with Amanda was incredible because she was just unbelievably talented, and I grew up watching all that. So when I got onto her show, she was like, you know, this big celebrity to me, and I looked up to her and learned so much from her because that was my first time, you know, doing sketch comedy on a television show, and so I got to look up to her, and she was awesome. We always had a great friendship, and it's funny because when I saw it, when you mentioned she was doing artwork, I was watching some stuff on social media, and I was like, it like made me want to go paint. I was like, I want to go paint. Oh, that's cool. Like maybe an art gallery, that'd be kind of cool. Even though I can't paint or draw anything.
It's therapeutic, I feel like. It's fun.
Art is art.
Yeah. And if she ever got back into acting, would you ever want to reunite with her maybe for a project?
Of course. I would love to work with her again. That'd be amazing.
I feel like fans would be obsessed with that, but they would also be obsessed. I have to ask for a Drake and Josh reboot, a sequel, anything. Would you be interested in that in the future?
100%. Yeah. Of course.
Now, I also have to ask, is there any type of project that you'd like to work with Josh on in the future? It could be anything.
I mean, literally anything. I mean, we got to do Grandfathered, his show that he did with John Stamos. We got to do that together, and that was, I mean, probably 10 years or 10 or 11 years that we hadn't been on camera together. And we dropped right back into it. I mean, we were playing totally different characters, but it was like so natural. I mean, we got right in, like, I was just like, it was so surreal. I'm like standing there, I'm like, it's been 10 years, and I feel like we were doing this yesterday. Like, I feel like we just got back from hiatus or something. Like, So yeah, I mean, I would love to do any type of project with Josh. It'd be great.
And obviously, you worked with him for so many years. Do you have any favorite memories with him?
Man, that's hard because we've had so many years together.
Yeah, there was a lot,
But yeah, I mean, I couldn't say specifically one memory, but you know, there's times we've taken trips together, had great times. Always had, I mean, you know, we were like real brothers, you know, sometimes we loved hanging out. Sometimes it was like, ugh, like, you know, give me a break, you know.
That's how you know it's real.
But that's
though.
how,
yeah.
yeah.
That's like me and my sister.
But no, we had so much fun. He was so funny. We were always laughing and having a great time on set. So
Now, jumping back to the album, are there any lyrics in it that you're most proud of?
all the lyrics, if I kind of relate, like that whole song really carries weight.
Yeah.
I think the song "Everything I Do Is For You" has some cool kind of Paul Simon-y lyrics, like "Should I run through the rain? Take a plane, a bus, a train. Storm the castle in these worn-out shoes. Anything you choose, everything I do is for you." So it has like this very like Paul Simon-y poetry kind of. But yeah, it's hard to say. I really like the title "Holly Wouldn't." I thought that was pretty fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff on there.
And I know you also mentioned your tour. I did want to ask about that. What have been some of your favorite memories of the tour so far? And like, are there any places that you haven't gotten the chance to visit that you'd love to?
You know, I haven't toured Europe much, like throughout my whole career. I mean, I've played a little bit out there, but so I'd really love to go out there. And this tour has just been incredible. I mean, we have just been playing to massive crowds. You know, I think there were 30,000 in Irapuato, Mexico. In Tabasco, I think it was another 35,000, and it's just great to. And we have a big band, and the show goes totally with the vibe of the album. So that's we come out. These are my I don't dress like this every day, but these are like we come out like this, and the band's dressed like pilots, and the dancers are the flight attendants, and it opens up. The screen behind us opens up with me. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bel Air. Thank you for flying with us, and blah 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 blah. Welcome to the show, and so it's like what you'd see if you're getting on an airplane, and like the safety briefing and everything, preparing you for the flight. And then our big, logo comes in, and all, it's like the sky and everything. And then the band comes out, and boom, we come on, and it's like you're going through this crazy musical journey in the sky.